Lovely to meet you. Congratulations on the show. Were you prepared for just how big this show was going to get and the kind of the reach that it's had all across the world? Because there's so many people so excited for season 2.
I mean, no, I don't think you ever. I mean, it was completely new for me, so I had no idea. But I think it's a really fundamentally good thing that it has done as well as it has, because I think people see the heart of it. And I think a lot of people just expecting another high school show about sex, and it was like, oh, a bit boring. And I love the fact that it kind of transcends age and race and religion, and this touches, I don't even know how many countries across the world. I think it's brilliant. I think it's really special that we have a platform like this to be able to talk about real things.
Yeah, and I mean, there's countries out there that don't, sex education is very different in those countries as well, and you guys are talking about that, and also about race, about equality, and all that kind of stuff. How important is all of that stuff to such a wide audience?
Well, it's important, and it's also kind of, it's a relief, and it's an honour to be a part of. I feel like we're kind of part of a movement in a way. I'm not in an arrogant way, but like we do cover a lot of stuff. And when I watch it, I feel less lonely, and I feel less guilty about any worries I used to have back in school, or like, because it's so overwhelming. All this sex stuff, but then on top of that, this show covers like really, I keep saying real, it's a bit cliche, but it has real warmth to it, and I like that. I like that it's warm and gives you a fuzzy feeling, and it makes you cry, and it makes you a bit grossed out as well. I like that. I like that you go through all of these emotions when you're watching it. So I think it's good. Yeah.
And what was it about Maeve when you first read it for the first time that kind of spoke to you? And also, how delighted were you with her kind of her continued journey and her evolution into series 2? Because she's dealing with quite a lot going into season 2.
In season 2, I mean, from the get-go, I was like, I there's no way I can play a 17-year-old cool girl like that. There's no way. And here I am. And so I've always been very protective of her. So I keep touching the mic. Sound. I'm very protective of her, and have been since I've read her in the script. And I love, like you said, that in season 2 she has this. You kind of see her grow and mature more. And she's already quite mature and independent in season 1, but we really see her kind of follow her own path. And she's working more on herself and doing things for herself, focusing on Aimee, who is actually one of her, possibly her only friend. And that's really important. And I like her relationship with Miss Sands as well. Miss Sands kind of is like a Miss Honey, and Maeve is like a Matilda. And I like that relationship quite a lot as well. So she's figuring it out slowly but surely. Even though there's a lot of shit that happens, so she's still figuring it out.
Yeah. And just finally, I mean, this incredible cast and these amazing people. It must be so great to go back to a kind of a family and be able to, not just in terms of friendship, in terms of as an actor, you can express yourselves in ways that maybe you wouldn't do if you were in a new environment.
Yeah, and also like it's weird because it is such a bubble. Like all of the chemistry that you see between the characters on screen is very much our real life chemistry that we have. So it's really nice that actually we get on well, and that we're able to translate our love for each other, whatever, through our characters. And it's very, it's familiar and it's exciting and it's challenging all at once, which is what you want from a job like this.
Well, congratulations on the show again. Thank you so much. Pleasure talking to you. You too. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey!